Hello, hello everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful time zone, whatever it may be. Yeah, I got phlegm in my throat. It's fine. Everything's fine. Hi, hello. I hope you all have a wonderful time zone. Uh, yeah. Today we're gonna be playing some more Genshin. When are we not playing Genshin? Genshin's cool. We like Genshin here. Maybe sometimes, who knows? Uh, yeah. Uh. It's really the only thing I have to say, so we're gonna head straight into it. Um, I'm debating on keeping the music on just for now, at least, because I would like to listen to some gorgeous music. Uh, just give me a second. I'm gonna turn down the music for Genshin. Maybe I should turn it down so low. Keep it like that. Alright, there we go. Okay. Uh, try. I'm gonna turn down just a bit. I'm just gonna turn up my computer volume a little bit because I'm hard of hearing, you know. Unmute the game and transition. My brain is only filled with QSMP.
Cooler.
So many thoughts, so many theories, so many things. I need to write them all down on paper and then like flush them out. I'm like, no ads. The ads already passed. My brain, I've been working on what is it? I've been working on speed paint. Uh, and what I want to do is I want to state some theories in it and like just name a couple of theories that I'm like, I feel like these are possible, maybe these work out, and then like explain the logistics in my brain and why it works and whatnot.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Like I'm very, very excited. Very pumped. My brain has only been thinking about QSP, specifically Selbit side. I found out about how Selbit and Royer technically got married. Holy fuck, is it a mess? It's very funny. Oh, am I supposed to? Oh. Oh, okay. This isn't bad.
Help protect us.
It's very, very funny because
Windblade.
I don't know why, but so for those who don't know, Selbit uh at one point ended up killing Royer's grandpa, his abuelo. Uh Out of fear of losing his marriage. I don't logistics of that? I don't know. Did you tell me? Hmm. This is a Minecraft SMP where half of the people apparently have girlfriends and yet are playing as queer, which is interesting. It's like, hmm. Oh, that's the song we're listening to. Okay. It's like, what fucking song are we listening to? That's the song we're listening to. We're just listening to Vicious Snake. I was like, what the fuck?
I want to
Okay.
build a snowman. Will you help? Faster?
I'm
Okay,
becoming
faster.
multilingual as I speak. Maybe. What do you need? What are your conditions? What are things I can provide for you? I didn't mean to click that, but you know what? It's fine. Can I? You just navigate around me. Stop it.
The Snowy Mountain is a perilous place. Please stay safe.
Time to run into the river. I remember first coming to... What is it? Shit, what is this place called? I don't remember. Oh no. Place supplies. Please. Give. Okay, we go to the next one. Yeah. I won't say the QSMP theories I have here, just because I want to save them for the video, but I'm very excited. But yeah, Selbit and Warriors of Puerto, they ended up making a banana, spoiler alert. But it's very funny how it's like, even after killing, someone's grandpa, fucking short storm. Why is that the left? Even after killing someone's grandpa, and that probably being a huge red flag, it doesn't matter. Love wins at the end. High five.
Faster. Let the show begin. Fast. Play.
Fish, 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 fish. Come on. There we go. We better start. Sensation. Jorts. Jorts in a pool sound just horrific. I'll just say that. I don't like wearing jeans, period. But that just sounds just awful. Wearing jorts in a pool? Goddamn. I also forgot what this place was called. Fuck. My brain is just everywhere. Dragon Spine. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Is it purple, you god of the earth? Into jorts. Charlie Slimeskull is a fucking genius, man. To think this came from D&D as well. Came from fucking D&D. Short Storm, my fucking beloved.
I'll protect us. Nice and spicy.
You think he's stuck? I mean, I think he's kind of stuck. You getting a good workout there, buddy? Alright, that's enough.
Let the show begin. Out of the frying pan.
You motherfucker.
Play tag. Windblade. Yeah. Play. Nice and spicy. Oh.
Oh. Come on. Come on, big guy. I still have really... Whenever I hear songs that I really like, my brain will just immediately come up with animation ideas for them. And that's currently what's happening.
I'll protect
I've had this idea in the back of my mind forever now. But I just haven't actually, done it. Should I do it? Probably. It'd be fun, too. I see it. Let's do it. Oh, what's on your face? There we go. We did it. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go destroy 2 hilly troll towers. Hilly towels. Yep, that's the word. That's what it is. That's what they're called. They're called hilly towels. Don't fall off, don't fall off, don't fall off. Hehehe. Aw, you motherfucker!
Life goes on.
I finally got off to one of those, and you just completely ruined it, you piece of shit.
Play.
To light, falling to the dark side.
Yeah.
I love how my music taste hasn't changed very much, at least, by the way.
Wheel of life. Alfred, think! Booba, get them! Play.
Why are you throwing things at me? Stop!
Wow. Faster prize.
Can't.
Let's go.
But it's Battle Pie, though. Fucking go. Look at me go. Yeah, look at me go. I'm going too fast. Ha ha ha.
Prepare to be blown away. Windblade.
Yep, thank you. That's the last. We're taking over. I'm not doing anything epic, so that's sad, but it'd be fun if I was doing something epic. I see the enemy line. Here we're coming closer.
The academia. What happened this time? It's the
I can't wait till Fontaine. We're getting news about Fontaine here real soon. Oh god, there was a It's fine. We're getting news about Fontaine here
Astra
real soon, and I'm
Abyssosque.
super fucking
Welcome to-
excited.
Thank you for completing today.
I think it's tomorrow, if I remember correctly. Maybe?
Add Astra.
I don't know, because I can't remember, and dates are hard. I mean, so is talking to people. Because talking to people is dumb, and so is a website. Fucking my school! Our school's website is no help. I'm trying to find out if I need to like rent a laptop from them or not. And it's so dumb. I want to. It's dumb. I figured it out. It's dumb. It was so dumb. They gave us like no information, even though it said it would be on the course, on the program, page, and it wasn't. And it's so dumb. And I wanted to be like, what the fuck? Like, stop it. Put it on the fucking page then. Also, I want to know what this is. I don't know what this is, but it's a world quest. And I'll do that later. Anyways, we have one more of Luna's things to do. Feel like I'm closer. We are saying our mind.
One.
I have a feeling this is the shortest path? Question mark? Feel it taking over. You feel it taking over. I think with that's we can turn on the actual game music now. C? C. I don't know why I just didn't teleport to the other TP like I normally do. My brain is just everywhere. What if I go up and over the fountain? And just go.
This is just my guess.
Nothing can stand in my path. I move in a straight line. I'm gonna have some peach yogurt because it's good. I had to shake it before I actually have it, so that's what I was doing. I didn't want to shake it into the mic too literally. I mean, you probably got a glimpse of it, but probably not much. Fingers crossed, hopefully.
Please show me your credentials before borrowing books.
Never. Who cannot make me? I also love all the impact lines, by the way. It's so cool.
This
Hi, Coder.
seems like the best spot to do this. So theoretic, however, that's why I want to rehearse and practice.
Okay.
It's okay if your questions are. All right.
Uh, how about the Great Machine?
Huh? No. What is that? Is this something that I didn't prepare for at all? You've got to be joking. About this question, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling very well. Everything is spinning.
Are you okay? Uh-oh, are we about to see Luna again? Oh, hi, Luna.
Hmm?
Hi, Luna. What's up?
I'm sorry. I haven't been sleeping very well lately. I tend to get dizzy from time to time, but don't worry, I'm fine now.
You little shit.
What's wrong?
I'm waiting for you to answer my question.
Oh, sorry. Can you please repeat the question? I didn't hear you clearly just now.
You speak very differently from the Layla I know.
All right. I guess the cat's out of the bag. Of all the times to wake up. You're Layla's friend, right? And from the looks of things, the two of you are preparing for her thesis defense?
Yep, and you must be the blessing from the stars.
With her long-term sleep deprivation, whenever her anxiety peaks, she loses consciousness and I take over. However, her unpredictable and varying sleep patterns are completely out of my control, so I have to make every second count. There's no one willing to help her here, so I have to step in. I am rather curious about you, though. Why are you trying to help her?
Well, she's finally decided to face the problems with her thesis head on. And it's working very well. And she's working very hard on it.
Really? That's great. You're helping with all the things that I used to do for her. Seems like you've given her a boost of confidence with your encouragement.
Aw.
Now then, I can't really help her prepare for the thesis defense, so I'll be leaving some notes behind instead. You'll have to give them to her later.
Okay.
Okay, I should get started on those notes. If there's anything you're curious about, you may go ahead and ask now. I can answer you as I write. I'm used to multitasking.
Damn.
Oh, and I have to ask a favor. When you give the notes to her later, please don't tell her about my existence.
I wonder why she doesn't want to know. Well, we know why. But, like, what's, like, actually, like, her... Like, yes, she doesn't want her to feel like she has to live Layla's life and yada 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 whatnot. But why does also she exist? Because her body language is also very, very different. Why is that?
Well, she's always been in a fragile state. If she knew that there was another Layla who's always taking care of everything, she might feel like everything she's ever worked for is pointless, and that could lead to some demoralizing thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
She's a resilient girl, but no matter how resilient she may be, no one can hold up to criticism and torment from themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If her condition grows any worse, it's possible that I might cease to exist as well. Then there wouldn't be anyone to help her.
Huh? But she's doing very well now. Either.
She's getting better though, isn't she? It's apparent how hard she's working now. She's my source of knowledge. I'm merely the representation of how she would be if she were rested and healthy. I believe that she's one of the best, even in a place like the academia where geniuses come by the handful. But growth is a process and shouldn't be rushed. I will always believe in and support her.
It's good that she has you, or she would have already hit rock bottom.
Believe me, even if she were to end up at rock bottom, she'd find a way to somehow laugh it off as one of her silly mistakes and climb her way out. That's the kind of person she is. Alright, I've written down all the possible questions that I think the advisors might ask. Next, I'll put together a few words of encouragement for her. I'm not going to sign it, obviously. Oh, and don't forget about our agreement.
Okay. There we go. And that's the last one. Well, that was fast. That was easy. That was real quick. Great stream, guys. I'll see you all later. Alright. Now, who shall we do next? Shall it be Farazan? Or shall it be Kaveh? Hmm. This is an interesting one. I know that people wanted me to do Kaveh, or I've been asked to do Kaveh by some people. Farazan I wasn't willing to do it because of Tighnari, but Tighnari's finished now. Let's do Kaveh. We'll do Kaveh next. I can't wait to do hangouts in Fontaine. It's gonna be so much fun. Walk around Sumeru City. Brum, 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 brum. Look at me walking around. Just a child zombie. In the splintering heat of Sumeru. Walking around.
I've taken a look at your proposal. It's much better than the ones you showed me before, but I'd still like to make some changes.
Oh, come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you? What's your issue this time?
Oh my god, Kaveh, calm down.
It's a bit hard to put into words, but the design still doesn't look quite right to me.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
Excuse me.
For starters, don't you think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the top? It looks almost like the head of a fungus. This door, too. I don't think it needs to be nearly this large. If you could reduce it to around my height, you could use the leftover materials to construct a few more rooms.
The roof and the door are the most fundamental parts of a building. If we were to change them, then what would be left of the design? Even if the soul of the building won't be lost, all traces of architectural style would be gone. Anyone with the slightest inkling of architectural knowledge would know to leave them alone.
Oh, I understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but the truth remains that I'm still a bit unhappy with the design as is. Is there anything else that you can do? Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all the extraneous sections on the roof so the whole design will just be one vertical structure, similar to that of a tree trunk?
What?
Don't architects often say that symmetry makes everything more balanced and pleasing to the eye? This way, the proportions will be completely balanced.
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Wait, don't tell me. Someone hired you specifically to commission me and put me through the ringer? Come to think of it, though, I really don't think I've gotten on anyone's bad side recently. Anyway, that's it. I will not be working on this commission anymore. Goodbye. Maybe you can find yourself some other genius who'll be able to satisfy your demands.
Kaveh.
Hey, young man, please wait. Oh.
Ah. Looks like he's in a bad. Kaveh looks like he's in a bad mood. We should go check up on him. What does this guy say?
Were my requests out of line?
No! I feel like as an artist, and so, like, granted, I don't do architectural designs, but I feel like as someone as an artist, it's not bad. The requests weren't too out of pocket. Granted, I know shit all and probably probably could use a little bit of some things here and there, a couple lessons and whatnot. I haven't been here in a while. You feeling good, Shelby?
This commission was truly the worst decision ever.
Are you alright?
Hmm? Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting to run into you here.
I could tell.
Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's no good for your health.
I saw you arguing with someone just now.
So you saw that, did you? Ugh, I thought
Also,
I was
if
in the
they're
clear.
paying you to
I
do
made sure
it,
to
why would
double-check
you
that
quit?
nobody I knew was around. Anyway, thanks for looking out for me.
Clearly didn't check
Honestly,
enough.
it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now. Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine, same as last time. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
I'll just have a glass of juice.
Wine and a glass of juice coming right up.
Right, because I can't apparently have alcohol, because
I
heaven
know
forbid
you're
they
already
make
keeping a secret from
all
me.
the other
But if
characters
you
in
could
the
add
game
this one to
have
the list as
alcohol and
well,
whatnot.
I'd really appreciate it. Arguing with a client is not a good look for me. If word gets out, other potential clients might be afraid to work with me.
Why would you argue with
Guy,
one?
though, what was he even going on about? All those ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all.
Shelby. Kali seems a lot more honest after he's had some wine.
Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
Okay, I'm on
You've
it.
got it, sir. I gotta say, though, it almost feels like you're saying that every other day now.
It really
Oh,
is
shit,
every
he's
other
on
day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, I'd never have gone through 6 whole drafts trying to accommodate the client's preferences. But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I've worked on so many projects since graduation, and none of them have been approved at the first pass. I would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients were finally satisfied, all my passion and enthusiasm would be gone. It feels like I'm straying further and further from my artistic vision with every change I have to make. I suppose, though, that just sticking to your guns and completely disregarding other people's feedback would also not be a good thing.
Here's my advice. You do side projects. You do projects that are by yourself. Like maybe you design something. Well, yes. On land, it might be a little bit different. But you're still designing something. You're still getting your stuff out there. And I feel like if the customer says, like, no, I would prefer it like this, maybe you should listen to the person who's paying you. I'm just saying, Kabe. I'm a little sassy today.
All of this makes for a real paradox, one that particularly crops up in my work, too. In the end, what is the true meaning of art? Should I see it as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods, or an expression of the light of my own wisdom?
Why are you getting philosophical here? You're getting paid to design buildings.
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after just one glass? Your tolerance is usually much better than that.
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
The meaning of art? Really, my friend, who in Sumeru understands art better than you? Anyway, I don't know about art, but I do know that I'm interested in business, and some patrons are waiting to be served. So, you'll have to excuse me for now. Just holler if you need anything.
What do you think, traveler?
I think you've had too much to drink. Art is something that resonates with the masses. Art is something that embodies the creator's efforts and dedication. Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like it's a mix of resonates with the masses and embodies the creator's efforts and dedication. Also passion. Because if you don't have passion for something, it's not... If you don't have passion for something, it might fall flat, it might feel weird sometimes. Like, you know, it's hard to describe. I don't know.
Exactly. So our thoughts on the meaning of art are rather similar. In Sumeru, and especially Sumeru of the past,
I guess it
the
also has to
arts
be
are
understood
not
by
a
masses
popular
as well.
discussion topic. Trying to talk about the arts is basically the key to killing any conversation. It's too bad that I'm not in my best form today. Otherwise, we could have talked about this for a little longer.
Kabe still looks dejected. And the wine didn't help his mood. Could I cheer him? How can I cheer him up? Maybe I should play it safe and just make some simple suggestion. A simple suggestion. And convince the client to your side. Let's do something else to clear your mind.
Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. But what should we do?
Here, Mom.
Probably not a good idea to just drink until I pass out here.
Again, from what it sounds like. How about looking into another career? Why did you decide to become an architect?
A different career. I see. That's not a bad idea.
Really?
I think I've heard a saying somewhere before. 80% of a working adult's woes are due to not having enough mora in the bank. It's just a saying, of course, but even I will admit that my life would be a lot better if I could make additional mora. And if I want to make mora, I should finish that ridiculous commission. But I really can't find it in me to go back and talk to him right now. Hold on. I just remembered that I used to have a senior classmate by the name of Alkami. If memory serves me right, he's no longer taking private commissions, but he's still doing pretty well for himself. Maybe I'll be able to get some advice from him. Yeah, I should get on this right away. No more wine for me today. I'll grab the bill and be on my way.
I mean, you could stop. You could start by stopping at the thing and drinking wine. How the fuck did he hightail it to Port Ormos so quickly? What'd he do? Fucking sprint? Like, why'd he book it so fast? Duggo. Duggo. Good boy. I want to pet it. Hiya.
Ah, Kaveh, it's you. It's been a while. What have you been up to recently?
Your mom.
Yeah, it's been a long
These
time,
nuts.
Alkami. Things haven't changed much for me. I'm still taking private
What?
commissions for all kinds of projects.
I heard that you were the genius behind the Palace of Alcazazare. I bet you're all set for Mora after a project of that size.
Well, it's hard to make a profit from every project, you know?
Why? Why do they have eyes? Why do they have eyes? Why are they alive? Why are they their own creatures? I wish to know these things. Who is emailing me at this hour? Don't know why they're blinking. Why are they blinking? Why is it blinking? I hate it.
Hard to make a profit. You've got to be joking. I've never met an architect who didn't make a profit from a project. Unless the client fled before they paid the commission fee in full. But that doesn't sound right either. Doesn't Dory have a pretty decent reputation in our local business circles? I don't think she's ever been involved in any kind of big scandal.
Well, about that. I mean, it was complicated.
Did he
I
get
understand.
scammed?
Either way, doing one project after another sure gets exhausting over
Did
the
Dory
years, huh?
scam him?
I've been there, so I can feel your pain. I mean, I obviously never had your reputation to live up to. That must have been stressful. But I'm sure we've faced all the same problems. Trying to keep your client in a good mood while you're trying to stop them from micromanaging things they don't know the first thing about. I don't miss it. Thankfully, that's all behind me now.
Did you start a new career?
Not exactly. My work is still closely related to architecture. Judging from the look on your face, you're still strapped for Mora. That's quite unfortunate. You're the most artistically gifted graduate the Kasharawar Darshan has seen in decades. But it looks like you still have a lot to learn in terms of making Mora.
I heard a very different word from artistically. It probably was just the way that his voice sounds, but it was very different.
With that said, us Kasharawar grads should still look out for each other. What if I told you about an idea that'll absolve you of all your Mora troubles going forward?
Are you serious? But something like that has got to be some kind of top-level business secret. Are you sure you can just share something like that with me? Besides, I don't want to just take something like that without offering anything in return. I still have a little Mora. Or is there something that I can help you with?
Oh, you're too kind. This is just a simple tip. Even if I didn't bring it up, I'm sure you'd hear it from the others sooner or later. The idea is this. I recently opened up a training center with the goal of educating people in architecture design. Compared to the classes taught by those old fossils at the academia, my
Those
classes
old
are more
fossils at the
condensed and
academia.
streamlined and will allow people to quickly get their foot in the door. Unlike the academia,
I won't turn down anyone who's interested, rich or poor. As long as someone wishes to learn more about architecture, I'll accept them into my training center. It
Interesting.
just so happens that I'm still looking for a few more instructors.
Panda.
So, what do you say? Interested in coming over to give a few lectures? Regardless of the pay, I can already guarantee that it'll be far more comfortable than
So I'm playing
working
with the
on
pen, if you
random
can hear the
people's
clicking.
private commissions.
Sorry.
Ah, so you want me to join you as an instructor? That does sound like something I'd be able to do. It sounds like a pretty stable job, too. What do you think, Traveler?
At least you won't have to deal with clients anymore.
Then it's a deal.
Yes, it's a deal. Thank you, Alkami.
Oh, like I said, there's no need to thank me for this. The lecture room is not far from here, so you can just come straight here tomorrow morning. As for the pay, how about we start at 300,000 mora per lecture?
300,000!
300,000? Are you serious? How could you offer so much?
Yeah!
It would seem that you're still oblivious to your own economic worth. 300,000 is nothing compared to the prestige of having the Light of Kasharawar as one of my instructors. 300,000 is also just the base rate. Just trust me on this. The longer you stick with me, the more you'll come to understand your true value in the market. I have to go make some preparations now. See you tomorrow.
But
I was never
damn!
particularly close with Alkami when we were in school. Who would have thought that he'd be so nice and friendly? I've hosted free lectures before, but this would be my first time being hired to lecture for a formal business. 300,000 mora per lecture. Whew. I'm so excited that I'm starting to get nervous.
I'll join you for the lecture.
Thanks so much. I think I will be able to relax a bit more with a friend in the audience. Now, what should I talk about tomorrow?
These nuts.
Some lessons I've learned over the past few years?
How to actually
should
do things
probably
properly.
save those for later. For my first lecture, I should start by getting them more interested in the field. All right, let's meet here again tomorrow morning. I should hurry home and create some kind of lesson plan. If I'm going to become an instructor, I should make sure I show up prepared.
Wait till after 7 the following day. Okay. I'm gonna wait here. After 7. That's after 7. What's up there? What do you think is out there? You think that's where Fontaine is? Or do you think that's another area that we just don't get to see yet? Go to the training center. Training center? Training center. Training center. Oh. Oh my god! Oh, there you are.
Oh, I didn't expect you two to get here so early.
I was up last night preparing for the lecture, but I ended up getting so excited that I couldn't fall asleep. Here, I've prepared a lesson plan. Do you want to take a look?
Lesson plan? I must commend you for your dedication.
Oh.
But the training center has already developed its own set of teaching materials.
Oh, okay.
Instead of using your own plan, you can just use what we have here. Of course, you're always welcome to work in some of your own content to add some fun and flavor.
Can I take a look at your materials?
Sure. Be my guest.
The materials cover a variety of architectural knowledge. At first glance, nothing appears to be amiss.
It's almost time for the lecture to start. Feel free to head in and start the class whenever you're ready.
Huh. So you've already developed your own set of teaching materials. Seems like I won't need the stuff I've prepared after all. Anyway,
It's
shouldn't be
okay,
a problem.
Kaveh.
I'll just go ahead and use your materials. There's something else I want to ask, though. This isn't going to be a large class, is it?
No need to stress. There are only 20 people in this class. There are 14 classes at my training center. Out of all of them, the first class has the best grades, so I've directed them to you. We'll see how well they take to your lectures.
20 people, huh? All right. I think I can handle that.
Oh, and one last thing. In the interest of keeping a quiet learning space, only instructors and students are allowed in the classroom when class is in session. I'm sorry to say this, but your friend will have to wait outside while you teach the class.
It's okay. I was thinking about taking a walk anyways.
Sorry about that. I'll meet you at the door when the class is over then.
I mean, does it look like it caused a bunch of trouble? So Kami really as nice as he seems? I should probably ask around a bit. Hint hint, wink wink, nudge nudge. I can't cut between these two. I don't know why I like doing this, because it's very dumb. It's very dumb from the top as well. Look at me go. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Oh. I just ruined it. Hey you, tell me about your boss.
Hey there. Can I help you?
I was wondering if you know anything about
Alkami?
Akami.
You mean that rich guy who's been making quite the name for himself? Yeah, he commissioned a set of furniture from me a while back. Paid a great deal of mora for it, too. I heard he earned a fortune working as a renowned architect. Now he's opened a training center so others can follow in his footsteps. If the tuition wasn't sky high, I'd enroll my child in a heartbeat. Architecture really sounds like a lucrative profession.
He said he wanted this to be a business where anyone can join. By putting a really high pricing on tuition, that's automatically filtering out people, I feel like. I don't like this man. His mustache already did feel a little weird.
Did you hear? Alkami recruited Kaveh to be an instructor.
I bet that'll boost his enrollment numbers.
Really makes you jealous, eh? If you think about it, Alkami was never that talented himself as an architect. If we're just talking about professional skill, no one would pay for a class with him.
That's true, but you've got to admit, his advertisements are really effective. After all, the academia only admits those that can pass its entrance exam, so only a few people could hope to study architecture in the halls of the Kasharwar. For those who can't pass the exam, or who just want to jump straight into the industry, the training center is the best bang for the mora.
Man, to have that kind of business acumen.
Doesn't seem long before Kaveh's class is over.
All right, everyone. There's no need to be nervous. Class is over, so we can just chat for a bit. I shouldn't have lost my temper during the lecture. Did I scare anybody?
No, you weren't scary at all, Mr. Kaveh. We were just a bit lost and didn't get what you were talking about.
Did something happen, Kaveh?
Oh, don't get me started. I was trying to use Alkami's materials, so I flipped through some pages and gave them a closer look. The more I read, the more upset I became.
Oh no.
Alkami may fool an amateur, but he can't fool anyone who's active in our profession. The materials he made are completely useless for teaching real architecture.
Why do you say that?
In my opinion, the most important skill of an architect is their ability to craft a design. In other words, they must be able to conceptualize ideas.
That makes sense.
There are tens of thousands of buildings in the world,
Fuck
as well
my
as a
knee.
countless number of architectural styles. Some designs emphasize aesthetics, while others prioritize practicality. The architects who can critically evaluate the quality and fit of different designs are those who can come up with great designs of their own. But you won't get any of that from the teaching materials they're using here. All these students are doing in class is rote memorization of existing designs. They are learning nothing about the underlying principles. How can they expect to become real architects? When they're done with this class, all they'll become are dilettantes with a pitiful smattering of architectural knowledge.
But, Mr. Cave, we didn't really understand anything you said after you threw away the materials either. What's the big deal anyway? It's not like we're looking to make some works of art. We just want to make some Mora.
You're studying architecture to make Mora?
Yeah. Why else would we be studying here? My biggest dream is to become someone like Mr. Okami.
What the fuck?
Once I finally make my
How the
fortune in
fuck did
architecture, I'll be able to buy anything I like.
Huh. In that case, I'm afraid you'll probably be disappointed. The reality is that the work of an architect is very difficult, and the pay is not lucrative at all. Believe me, I'm a perfect example.
But how? Mr. Alkami just told us last night that you made a killing by building the Palace of Alcazarzare. He also said that as long as we graduate from his class, waves upon waves of people will reach out to us with private commissions, and we can just sit back and wait for Mora to fill up our pockets.
Yeah, it's not
It
how
won't
that
be
works.
long before I can put these miserable days behind me.
Come on.
Are these supposed to be children
You
or
all
are these supposed to be
believed
adults?
everything he said?
But Mr. Alkami is really rich, isn't he?
You... It's pointless trying to argue this with you right now. You've already filled your heads with pipe dreams. Let's go, traveler. Let's hear about Alkami's true plans from the man himself.
Well, isn't it not simple? He wants to make money. Duh. Hey, Alkame. What the fuck you up to?
What's wrong, Cave? You look quite flustered. Did one of my students offend you? Were the students not astute enough for your liking? I must implore you to go a bit easier on them. After all, they're nothing like the genius scholars you're used to dealing with at the academia. We don't need to strive for perfect understanding. As long as some knowledge has been passed on, that's good enough.
Yeah, I'm mad at them. But I'm even more upset that you're scamming people under the guise of teaching them about architecture. The students are all here hoping for a quick way to make money, but we both know that an architect's life is hard and exhausting. Just a little while ago, I was toiling over the 6th draft of a design for a client. If your client is unhappy, you can't break ground, and the longer a project goes, the longer it takes for you to get paid in full. What's worse, if your client disappears in the middle of a project, good luck getting anything from them ever again. You know all of this just as well as I do. Why lie to them?
Look, Cave, you may be the light of Kasharawar, but like I said, you still have a lot to learn about making Mora. You may deny it all you want, but it's a fact that in today's Sumeru, architecture is a terrible profession. Our clients care very little for the effort we pour into our designs. Instead of appreciating us, they spend all their time nitpicking details and demanding changes, often forcing all kinds of ridiculous ideas onto us.
I suppose that's more or less true. Go on.
Why should we cling on to a profession that's difficult and unrewarding? If the field is dying, then a person who still wants to make a good living will just have to change their strategy. If it's near impossible to make money as an architect, then why not just establish a training center and train other people to become architects in our stead?
Wait, how does that make any sense? Aren't you just leading them into the same trap?
We are already stuck, my friend. The more people we can lead into this pit and stack as padding beneath our feet, the more comfortable our lives will be.
So instead of making money from architecture, you made money from yours. You made your students. You made your money from your students.
That's right. Making money as an architect is a
That was
slow
hard to
and
say.
agonizing process. In
Also, I'm totally paying attention.
earning tuition from a training center is far easier. None of the students will ever know, however. In their eyes, all of my income was earned during my years as an architect. It's easy for them to fall for my promise. After all, everyone wants to live the dream of being the person who can spend millions without batting an eye. The more students I get, the more money I earn. And the more real that dream becomes.
And then what? Once they graduate, they'll still find out the truth about architecture and struggle to stay afloat amid all the problems we already talked about. When that happens, your facade will pop like a soap bubble. No one will believe you anymore.
Ah, but that's just one way to look at the problem. No two people have the same amount of talent. Even if they fail to strike gold in the future, you can't say that it's my fault and mine alone. Oh, and also, I never actually promised that they would achieve financial freedom as long as they become architects. All I did was nudge them towards that belief. I'm not even scared if they do come back and stir up trouble. My training center has all the required permits and certifications. Even the Dendro Archon herself couldn't find fault in any part of my business.
How can you sleep at night knowing that you're doing all this?
Welcome
Tell
to
me,
capitalism.
Is your heart carved out of brick and stone?
Yes.
I can't believe that I once saw you as a decent human being.
Aw.
I am beyond disappointed in you.
And the same goes to you. How many years has it been since you graduated from the academia? If you still can't accept something like this, do you just plan on keeping that worthless naivete of yours until the end of time? Only fools will see art as revered and sacred. In the end, art is just another business. Being successful at running a business is an art form in itself. I
mean, that's
urge
true.
you to think about what I've said. Offloading your pain onto others is the only way a person can live comfortably in this world. As the light of the
Now that
Kshaw
sounds like a lot of
you've
BS.
accumulated plenty of fame and respect. It's high time that you use those resources to improve the circumstances of your own life. Think it over, Kave. I still believe our collaboration
Sorry,
could
you don't
be
see
very
me trauma
fruitful.
dumping onto my stream. I mean, I probably have a couple points, but it's fine. You don't see me constantly doing it, though. It's fine. Like, bro. What do you plan to do next?
I'm so mad, I feel a headache coming on. There's nothing more I can say to him. I'll resign from my position as instructor.
Damn, do you even get paid? I'll give up the Mora?
Of course. I'm sure you've realized that as long as I remained at this center, he would be able to use my name to advertise this place. Even if I just sit back and do nothing, others will be deceived and suffer because of me. He is right about one thing, though. These kinds of training centers are everywhere. And even if the academia was to find out about it, it's unlikely that they would take any real action against it. The most that they could accuse him of is false advertising. And even that would be hard to prove.
There's something strange about all of this.
Oh? Did you notice something else?
Some of the students didn't appear very wealthy. Not everyone should be able to pay such an extraordinary tuition fees.
Yeah, you've got a point. The rate he gave me was 300,000 mora per lecture. That probably came out of the students' tuition. And who knows just how much he's been charging the students for attending his classes. If you're gambling everything on making it rich as an architect, are you really going to have the mora to pay for that kind of tuition?
Yeah. We can try asking the students.
Right. We should hurry. The students didn't believe a word I was telling them. They're still daydreaming about making millions. We're never going to get any information from them again if we let Alkami talk to them first. Let's move now before he's had the chance to react.
Go, go, go! Time to run after the student. Bum, bam, 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 bam. Hold on, putting my phone back together, putting this pencil down, just my seat in the chair. Gotta get some gum.
3, 4, and
Doing a couple of stretches. Hey kid, what's up? I'm gonna talk to you like this, cause I can. On to the next kid. I'm
Master?
kidding.
Oh, Mr. Kave? What are you doing back here?
Class
you
finished a
doing
while
back
ago,
here?
but you're still here. Why haven't you gone home?
I wanted to stay for a little longer. I'm still thinking about everything you taught during the class. Even though a lot of it went right over my head, I still thought the houses you drew were really pretty.
Of course they were. All the examples I drew were world-famous landmarks. Each one was the magnum opus of a celebrated architect. It's a good thing that you could recognize them for their beauty. The accumulation of knowledge is the first step to artistic expression. Instead of rote memorization, you should try to relate and to understand, and after that, try to resonate with the work.
Resonate?
Yes. When I first got into architecture, there were many things about it that I couldn't understand at all. I would find a building to be beautiful, but have no idea what made it so good. And for most people, just being able to admire a building is enough. To become a good architect, however, you must also learn to assess and appraise. Going from admiration to assessment will take a lot of time and specialized knowledge, and I'm afraid that some superficial speed training won't be enough to take you there.
Just as I thought. Becoming an architect won't be as easy as Mr. Alkami made it out to be, right?
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to crush your dreams. All I want to tell you is that an architect's life is not as carefree and easy as others may make it out to be.
I understand. Thank you for telling me the truth, Mr. Kave. I think I'll still stay here for the time being, though, since my family still hasn't paid everything off.
Paid off what?
Sorry, I can't say anything more. Mr. Alkami made it very clear that anyone who talks about it will be kicked out of the class.
Oh no.
Don't listen to him. I am the most famous architect in Sumeru. If he kicks you out, then I'll just take you in instead.
Really?
Why would I pull your leg? I can see you have some talent. So as long as you get your fundamentals down, you should be able to pass the entrance exam and continue your studies at the academia.
Then please keep this a secret for me, Mr. Kave. Truth be told, my family is not very well off, so we couldn't really afford the tuition for this class. Mr. Alkami was the one who reached out to my parents. He told them that he knew a merchant by the name of Bahar and that we could get a loan from him. He told all the students that once we graduate, people would come flocking to commission us for projects. If everything went well, we'd be able to pay off everything in just a few years, and all the more we make after that would be ours.
How much did your family borrow from this merchant?
I think it was several million mora.
Oh my
And what
god.
was the interest rate?
I'm not really sure. My parents were the ones who signed the contract. All I know is that the stack of papers was as thick as a slab of rock.
Oh my god. This poor family. What the fuck? My Bluetooth is on. Why is my Bluetooth on? Stop it. Hi, Maka. What's up? Something doesn't feel right about all this.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling too. Something about the whole thing feels dastardly familiar. We need to find that merchant to confirm. But if we were to confront him right now, there's no way he'd admit to anything.
We pretend to be potential customers.
Good idea. Hey, tell me, do you know where we'd be able to find this merchant?
We last saw him on the north shore of Port Ormos. Who knows if he's still in that area, though?
Well, it'd still be worth taking a look. Architecture... No. The arts shouldn't be used as bait for a scam. We need to do something before the students' lives are ruined even further.
I need to work on my animation skills. I want to. Sorry, I know that he's his entire character is surrounded by like architecture and whatnot and yada 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 blah 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 whatever.
Okay, faster.
But my brain just... He said arts, my brain goes to drawing and digital drawing. My brain goes from digital drawing to animation. Does that make sense? So where am I supposed to go? Oh, I am supposed to go there. Huh? Oh yeah, there he is. Come on. Come on. What? Hehehe. I ascend. Hello there. Hello there.
Oh. I don't think I've ever seen you guys before. Here for business.
Here for business.
You're Fahar, right?
Yes. May I ask who introduced you?
Alkami.
Your mom.
My friend here wants to enroll in his architecture class, but they're a bit short on money. Alkami told us you're the man to go to in this kind of situation.
I'm really interested in architecture. That's right.
Oh, sounds like his business is booming. How much do you need?
Let me see. I'd say around 3 million mora.
Oof. You call that a bit short on money? Anyway, since you're here because of Alkami, I can work things out for you. Make sure you sign the contract, though. Lots of people are borrowing money from me nowadays.
What contract?
Here you go. Don't worry, there's nothing particularly unusual about it. All you need to do is pay back the loan in full within 3 years.
And what if they won't be able to pay it back?
What do you mean, won't be able to pay it back? Once you graduate from Alkami's place, you'll be making millions of mora a year. Easy! At that point, paying this off will be a piece of cake. And even if you were to run into some difficulties and need to delay the installments, it's no big deal. We're all reasonable people here. If you can't pay quickly, you can just pay it back over a longer period. All that would change is your interest rates would get a little higher.
Right.
It's hard work running a business. If we're taking risks to supply you with mora, it's only fair that you take on a bit of the financial risk as well. Anyway, there's no point in tying yourself in knots over the contract. With the way you're reading every single line, it's like you're worried you're about to get scammed out of your whole life savings. Why would I lie to you? Tons of students at Alkami's place have signed the contract. Aren't they all doing pretty well for themselves?
How do I say this? They are being scammed. And they're going to be scammed. So yeah.
I just did some calculations in my head. When you say the interest will get a little higher, do you mean it'll get higher than 30%? Of course, the contract did a great job of trying to obfuscate that fact. It only listed the amount that you'll have to repay every day, which gives the false impression that the amount hasn't actually increased by all that much. If you actually do the math, however, it's clear that the amount you need to pay on interest alone will amount to hundreds of thousands of mora per year. Most people can't even make that much mora in a year. Your greed really knows no bounds. Even my creditor doesn't dare to raise rates that high. Once a family's signed on to a scheme like this, there's no getting out.
What are you trying to say, huh?
We mean to put you in jail for your crimes. The Matra will happily answer that question.
I figured something was off when two well-dressed people came looking for a loan. Think you got the better of me? Too many people are sticking their noses where they don't belong these days. Luckily for me, though, this is a pretty secluded spot. Hey, come out and teach these guys a lesson!
Eremites? I've already fought off more than my fair share of them when I was working in the desert. There are only a few of them, so they shouldn't pose much of a threat. Marak, you're up!
Do we get a try him out?
Feeling lucky today.
Oh, good to go. Eat this!
Who are you and what do you want?
These
I don't
nuts.
think we've done anything to hurt or offend
Bum,
you.
bum, bum.
So why go this far to destroy my livelihood?
Debt has the power to upend your whole life. I know very well just how miserable living in debt can be. But my debts are the culmination of many different factors, and my interest rate is still somewhat reasonable. As long as I continue to work with my situation in mind, my debts will eventually be paid off. But these students are different. They have neither the mental preparation nor the financial resources to pay back a debt like this. You sold the dreams of becoming an architect to the students as bait, urging them to take on insurmountable amounts of debt to satisfy your greed.
Ha! Everyone knows there's no such thing as a free lunch. It's their own fault for falling into the trap. And if we're going to talk about greed, aren't those students the ones who are blinded by it? They completely ignore the risk that's right there in front of them.
I mean, also, isn't there such thing as like a soup kitchen and people willing to give like free samples and whatnot? Like, that sounds like a free lunch to me. I don't know what you're talking about. That's no excuse for your actions.
Ha! And here comes the silver tongue. Surely you use that to reel in the students as well. Even now, many of them are still hopelessly dreaming of striking gold after they graduate. People grow by learning from their mistakes. I hope this will be a valuable lesson to them. Let's head back to the academia and turn this guy over to the Matra. They should be able to link him with Alkami's business.
You bring Farza. Fuck. Bring fuck to the
Sino?
academia.
Didn't think I would run into you here.
He's
My
Mahamatra.
vacation just ended not too long ago.
It's VTuber
So
man.
I'm going over some cases at the academia. Who's this?
These nuts. And your mom. It's quite concerning. You should probably talk to her about it.
I see. Charging an interest rate over 30% indeed constitutes a crime. As it is highly likely that Alkami is also benefiting from this scheme, the Matra will open an investigation on him as well.
Good.
The training center will be closed until further notice. Any funds we manage to recover from the suspects will be returned to the students. It's unclear how much we'll be able to get back, however, given their extravagant spending.
That should still be enough. Once the students realize the error of their ways, they won't fall so easily for such traps in the future.
People are
Anyway,
dumb.
thank you for your help. I hope this won't be too much trouble for you.
It's no trouble. Just another day at work. How did you two get tangled up in this anyway?
Akami tried to hire Kabe as one of his instructors.
Did you accept any mora from him?
He promised to pay me 300,000 mora per lecture, but I resigned as soon as I finished the first session. I didn't take a single coin.
Ah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Leaves you out of trouble.
What do you mean, that's good? Would you have taken me into custody as well if I had actually accepted any mora?
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't have gone that far. But, Had he insisted that you were also an active participant in his schemes, under our rules, we would have been required to open an investigation on you as well.
Because you took the
Either way,
payment.
though, I believe you are innocent in all of this. Had you actually been all right with making money through less than noble means, your life wouldn't be the mess it currently is.
Hey,
I mean, you
what was
also
that?
wouldn't know about it.
What do you mean my life is a mess?
Never mind. Your life is fine.
You're just messing with me now, aren't you?
Oh, I love
Let's
Sono.
get back to business. If Alkami's case
I
can be
love Sono so
successfully
much.
resolved, you'll be eligible for a monetary reward from the Academia. Don't forget to pick it up after the fact.
Huh. I didn't even know there was such a thing. I never would have guessed. What I'm trying to say is that we didn't report Alkami because we thought we could make some more off of it.
The reward will be given regardless of your personal motivations. It was implemented with the intent of encouraging people to supply tips to the Matra.
Fine.
Nice.
Is there anything else?
I want to go back to the training center one more time and talk to some of the kids.
Sure, but you should wait until tomorrow. My subordinates will shut down the center today, and summon the students to gather information on the total amount of Mora they've lost in the scam.
All right, then I'll stay out of their way. I can talk to the kids tomorrow.
I have a few other things to take care of, so I'll be off for now.
Okay. Bye, Sono.
If you want to follow up on this case, just come find me again. Or ask one of the Matra.
Okay.
That should finally be the end of that. Oh, who would have thought it would turn out like this?
I could have.
All I wanted was to find a new gig and earn some Mora. To think Alkami would sink this low, it still makes me really upset. Still, I think I feel a little better now than when you found me back at the tavern.
Well, that's good. Oh, how so?
It's a little ironic, but you could say it's because I've realized that there are many circumstances in the world that are even worse than my own. Now that I've seen such things firsthand, I suppose I've earned a new sense of appreciation for my life. How should I put it? I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to my profession, so I often argue with my clients. The arguments are usually extremely frustrating, and every once in a while I'd wonder if I only became an architect because fate wanted me to pay for some sins I'd committed in a previous life. Alkami's suggestion would have allowed me to quit my life as an architect and earn money solely from my reputation. But now that I've experienced that for myself, I can confidently say that I'd never want to do it again.
And that's why he thinks you're too grigged when it comes to making Mora.
Every scholar has their own sense of pride and a line that they don't like to cross. Of course, when faced with the vicissitudes of life, some will surrender these things to seek a more comfortable life. I can understand that. Just speaking for myself, though, I don't think that's something I'd ever be able to do. The voice in my heart would just keep repeating one thing. The moment I turn away from my dreams would be the moment my career ends. If I stopped devoting everything to my creative activities, I'd be able to lead a more comfortable life, but at the same time, my sense of intuition and understanding for the arts would also begin to degrade. At that point, any materialistic ease I may have gained in life would just become another form of torment. In comparison, my current life comes with its share of difficulties, but at least I'd never have to deal with that kind of existential reckoning.
I understand that.
I appreciate it. You may call me conceited for this, but I would also like to think I'm talented enough to be able to lead a decent life without compromising my pride. It's certainly not easy, but I want to keep at it. My thanks again for being such a great help throughout all of this. I'm planning to pay another visit to those kids tomorrow. Want to come with me?
Sure, I'll come.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow then. Get some good rest.
Also, I have a gato. I have a gato sleeping under the monitor. Isn't that right, Miyako? Yeah. He's such a sleepy boy. Are you a sleepy boy? I also might turn Kave and what them down because they're a little loud. Like, not super loud, but loud enough to, like, get it turned down. Go back to the training center. I know this is itchy. Can I? Oh, well, there we go. Watch me go through. Hehehe, I did it. Look at me going through.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Speak with the nearby students. Hello, students. They're mine now.
I never would have guessed Mr. Okami was a scammer.
The training center has been shut down, and the Macher have promised to return some of our tuition. But we've already spent so much time on this class. What should we do next?
Mr. Kave said we can keep working on our fundamentals and try to get into the academia.
Ha! Easier said than done. If it was easier to get into the academia, none of us would have signed up for the class in the first place.
That's not true.
Only the best of the best can get into the academia studying on their own.
Mr. Kave might be willing to teach us.
Why? What reason does he have to stick around?
So, you're the only ones that showed up today, huh?
Huh? Kave's here!
Now, that's Mr. Kave to you.
Yes.
I'm here as your instructor.
Please,
so
Kave
let's
was
keep
my
things a
father.
little
Call
more
me
proper.
Mr. Kave.
I'll keep instructing you for a while longer. You can pass on the message to the other students. As long as someone wants to come, they can join the class. Oh, also, I'm usually pretty busy, so I'll only be able to teach architecture fundamentals on my days off. Another disclaimer, I can't promise that you'll all be able to understand everything I'm going to teach. Architecture is not an easy profession. Aesthetics aside, even the basics of safe design can already be a handful for most people. If you want to design safe buildings, you'll have to go through a systematic study of structural engineering. And just as a heads up, all of this will be a huge step up from the superficial stuff you were learning before. It'll take both talent and perseverance to get through the course. I don't want to hear anyone say that I didn't warn you.
We'll try our best.
It seems some of you are really serious about this after all. All right, everyone, pack your stuff up. No need to prepare much for today's class. We're going to go on a quick field trip.
Where to?
You'll know once we get there. Come on, let's get going. We'll be off once everyone's grabbed their pencils and sketch pads.
Follow Kave to the destination. Wait, where are we going? Might as well teleport back here then. Because it's over here. It's just easier. I just realized this is a leeway ship. What is the leeway ship doing here? Leeway? Leeway. Leeway. Oh, Jade, that's why. That's actually smart. Oh, there it is. Hut, hut. Hop, hop, yeah. Draw it.
This lighthouse has been around for a long time, and I handled its renovations when I first graduated from the academia. The point of today is not so much about the lighthouse as a building, however. I just want you to take a look at it and do a bit of self-reflection. If you were tasked today with designing a building, how would you want it to look like? Don't think about how you'd actually go about building it for now. Just put your ideas to paper and draw the prettiest building that comes to your mind.
So, it can be, any kind of building?
Yep, as long as you think it'd look good. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a building. If you want, you can draw trees, the ocean, or even a garden area. Draw whatever you'd like.
What's the point of this exercise? The point of this exercise is to get the creative juices flowing.
In my experience, it's best to approach the study of architecture from a point of personal interest, rather than for the sake of a career. Both the study and practice of architectural design are extremely difficult. A person who's forced to work on projects that they don't resonate with will only struggle and suffer. So at least for today, I hope the students will be able to create something that they enjoy. There's no need to think about it too hard. They'll have plenty of time in the future to revisit the design and make changes. What do you think? Want to try your hand at it as well? Don't forget that this is a free class from Mr. Kave, the Light of the Kasharawar. On a normal day, this would cost you 300,000 mora.
I drew it. Why did my character draw a teapot? Why did my character draw a teapot?
Hey, do you know what?
Why did I draw a teapot?
Neither do I.
What is this shit?
I already forgot.
I may end here because honestly I am going down. I've been having such a rough couple days between setting up shit for school and whatnot. We got Kave's stuff started out.
Let's go somewhere cooler.
I do think it's kind of funny though that it's actually the thing. I just drew the Serenity teapot. That's all I drew. I just drew the Serenity teapot. That's all I did. Ear is itchy. Not that ear, it's bad. Alright. Where is he? There it is. Oh. Autocorp. Save. Kave. He's like, why a teapot? I'm like, a teapot. I live in one. And then we have Layla. I love how we have a bunch of like pretty pictures with like some of the girls. Like we're just like hanging out and whatnot. We're just chillaxing, all cruising. Got like this cute one with the Hyunjin. Got some cool ones with Beto. This very cute one with Sayu. And then we have, like, where is it? Where is one? We have ones like Bennett's where it's just like we're looking at treasure. I think I get it, but still. I don't know. We have some really goofy ass ones, and then we have some like really like I guess kind of normal ones. And I get that these are like offset, but I don't really care. I mean, I do care, and I'll probably fix it later, but like still. Look at the little Aranara. Look at the little Aranara. I love him so much. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so cute. I also hate that they didn't give the Aranara voice for Yoimi as second quest.
Faster? Okay, faster.
I find that frustrating and also very sad, but mostly frustrating. What's up, Yo-Yo? Anyways, I think I'm going to end it there. I'm personally... Today was a lot of school setup and shit and whatnot, so I'm gonna end it here. I'm ending it prematurely. My brain is just not here. It's going down fast. I'm sorry, chat. I'd love to stick around. I'd love to stream more, but at the same time, my brain's just not here. It's just not working. So, there we go. I'm going to send you all up. I'm going to send you all off. Okay, where? I'm going to send you all off to Trader. Trader is currently playing Viewfinder. Yeah. With that, I hope y'all have... I don't really have any much to say. Well, there will be PMP unless something happens. Yeah. That, I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your time zone, wherever it may be. And I will see you all in the next stream. Adios, amigos.